Hey everyone, what's up? What is up? Happy Tuesday. Let's see. Check out, see if everything's sweet. All right. So the big thing that's happening, obviously, is all these game reveals, whether it's Nintendo Direct or PlayStation. So we'll go ahead and we'll take a gander, see if there's stuff that catches my eye that I find interesting. We all know some of the some big ones already, like the Legend of Zelda, pretty much Breath of the Wild 2, but it's Tears of Wisdom or something like that. So we'll check out. So one thing that caught my eye right away was this Rise of the Ronin. So we'll check this out, see what we got here. I'll probably try to find. I'm sure there's some video somewhere that showcases all the reveals. But we have Sony and Team Ninja announce Rise of the Ronin for PS5, and unfortunately, it's an exclusive. So, because they did such an amazing job lowering the price of the Xbox 5. I said the Xbox 5. That's funny. The PlayStation 5. It all just blends together. So publisher Sony Interactive Entertainment and developer Team Ninja have announced a new samurai title. I did say I do enjoy some samurai games. So Rise of the Ronin. So built by Team Ninja, Rise of the Ronin has both Niho, which I heard is actually pretty good. I was told to check it out a long time ago. And Ghost of Tsushima vibes, and is coming sometime 2024 as a PS5 console exclusive. Well, hopefully by that time people have saved money, and if they want to get it, they will. Hey, Nico, what's up? So today you are early and super straight, or you just up the stream time? Nah, I went live. I might have been one minute gay, if you kind of catch my drift. Which is funny because I was zipping. Like, I didn't get home till like 6, so I had limited time to eat food and clean up and then set everything up. But anyway, hopefully we'll see some gameplay in here. So I'll take a gander, see what we got going.
After 3 centuries of the Tokugawa's repressive rule, the Black Ships appeared without warning, and our nation began to tear itself apart. Those who cleave to the past, those who embrace the new, and the Ronin, a warrior free of all masters and bonds. I will watch over you all as your blades carve a new future.
Oh, wow. Nice. See that head roll,
Your
baby?
time has come. Rise as one.
Another Japanese themed ninja game.
プレイステーション
Not ninja, samurai. Oh, that's funny. So my only concern is I immediately think of Ghost of Tsushima. So hopefully they find even though the team is called Team Ninja, that is pretty funny. Looks awesome. I felt Sith in my balls looking like Samurai Soul, lol. It looks good. I like it. My only concern is that people are thinking of Ghosts of people will think of Ghosts of Tsushima. So hopefully they have something that makes them stand out and separate from thinking of Ghosts of Tsushima. Because definitely got a Ghost of Tsushima vibe, especially with the rope that the guy used, like what you use with in Ghost of Tsushima to traverse the buildings and stuff like that. But here's the word from Team Ninja director and president Fumihiko Yasuda. Here at Team Ninja, we are incredibly excited to introduce our very latest action RPG game. Dude, so many RPG games coming out, which takes you on an epic and unfettered journey as a Ronin. At the dawn of a new era in Japan, it was 7 years ago when we first began this project, and since then the development has progressed slowly and freely, much like the spirit of a Ronin. It is with great pleasure to finally bring this title to light, and we are filled with gratitude on being able to make this announcement with PlayStation, who have supported us in this project throughout these many years. The opening world and the flying mechanism, if it's not a gimmick, looks unique enough to me from Ghost of Tsushima. Well, the flying mechanism is fine, and if we're incorporating like revolvers and samurai swords, that's like my favorite thing. So I'm separate enough from that. But yeah, I mean, really, my biggest thing is that hopefully they'll have enough to separate between Ghost of Tsushima and Rise of the Ronin, just because they said they were working on it for what, 4 years? It said. Let's see. Or excuse me, 7 years. 7 years ago, but Tsushima got out first, so. So Rise of the Ronin is a combat-focused open-world RPG that takes place in Japan at the time of Great Change. It is the very end of the 300-year-long Edo period, commonly known as Bakumatsu. Set in the late 19th century, Japan is facing the darkest of times as it struggles with its oppressive rulers and deadly diseases, while Western influence permeates as civil war continues to rage between the Tokugawa shogunate and the anti-shogunate factions. Here in this time of mayhem, you embody a Ronin character, a warrior bound to no master and free to make choices of its own. I was actually looking at something, or maybe it was called like The Way of the Samurai. I know there was like a lot of PS2 games called The Way of the Samurai that looked interesting at the time. I'm surprised I never came across it when it first came out. I think some made it over to the US. The one I watched was in English. So a warrior bound to no master and free to make choices of its own. It's a new Team Ninja experience that will immerse you in a historically inspired world while bringing together its renowned combat action with katanas and the likes, with new firearm weaponry that depicts the unique personality of its time period. Well, it says historically inspired, so that would be pretty legit if, like, because obviously Tsushima had influences, but it was ultimately a made up area. So if this is actually historically like pretty heavily historically based, that's cool. So we at Koei Tecmo have had many titles in the past that were based on history, but with Rise of the Ronin, we set out to take the next big step. By harnessing all the skills and knowledge we've gained over the years, we really wanted to take things to the next level by attempting to thoroughly portray the most critical revolution in the history of Japan, including the darkest and ugliest chapters that many will shy away from. This is undoubtedly the most ambitious and challenging project for Team Ninja Studio to date. Excuse me. Yet we will allow our experience in creating samurai and ninja action games to guide us through this journey. Beyond the action elements, we will be steadfast in our efforts to create a multi-layered story that showcases the world of the Bakumatsu period and the revolution that took place. The characters that you will meet all have their own brand of justice and motivations, and whether you decide to side with them or against them, each decision you make will matter. With new combat action and unrestrained open gameplay, we are looking forward to setting you free as you immerse yourself as a Ronin. I was going to say Ruronin because of Rurouni Kenshin. He was a wandering samurai. Looks cool. It's unfortunate that it's going to just be exclusively PS5, so save your money. I would be surprised that they poignantly killed off Ninja Gaiden, but Team Ninja has been garbage for years now. I choose Dead franchise over censorship. So, hey Loki, what's up? So that looks rather intriguing. So there's Project Eve becomes Stellar Blade new trailer. So Korean developer Shift Up showed a new trailer that shows what the future holds for Project Eve, which is now named Stellar Blade. There you go. So the sci-fi game it's another PS5 console exclusive planned for the release sometime in 2023. Okay, so next year. So we'll check out this trailer.
그날은 갑자기 찾아왔지. 그놈들은 무자비했고 인간들은 무력했어. 인류는 형편없이 무너져갔네.
자이오니아, 버려진 자들의 도시지. 전성기에는 10만 명 이상이 살았던 곳이야.
황무지 아래 건설한 도시라니. 여긴 무덤인 건가요?
아니, 이곳의 주민들은 에너지 고갈로 잠들어 있는 거야. 이대로 간다면 영원한 어둠뿐이지. 이브, 우리를 도와줘.
조심해! 리스팅되지 않는 네이티브야! 아담, 뒤로 물러나! 절대적이야.
이 레거시는 믿을 수 없어요. 그렇죠? 그렇다고 말해줘요.
여기 있는 누구도 그 손길이 닿은 적은 없어. 모두 버려진 거야.
그건 신상 모독이에요.
I'm definitely.
릴리, 부탁해. 난
We
이렇게
saw
위해
those. We
태어난
saw
거야.
those jiggle physics.
이렇게 된 이상 나도 몰라요.
콜로니의 천사여,
Three
이번에는
waifu Eve smash
우리를
your cast.
구원할 수 있겠는가?
I like your look. That's my biggest concern is the PS5 exclusive. I like the environment. I like that futuristic alien technology. Kind of reminded me at the end of Chrono Cross. So here's the word from game director Kim Young-tae. This is our second encounter since the PlayStation Showcase back in September 2021. Oh, it's Did I put PlayStation Showcase? Oh, so I put state of play. Yeah, whatever. I don't care. Let's see. I am beyond ecstatic to reveal the official name for our game, previously called Project Eve. Greg is a racist who done smash Asians. Bigot. What? Because I never said I pass. This is our second encounter since the reminds you of God Eater. If you played any of it, no. It kind of reminded me a little bit of oh, I have it. What is it? Angel Blade or Angel Chain? It was like it's a Switch game. I can't remember what it's called. Kind of has that kind of feel for it, but I like it. I present to you the official title that encompasses Eve's stylish action and her long and winding adventure. Meaning of Stellar Blade. It's a combination of stellar, which signifies stars in Latin, and blade, which defines Eve's existence. Where the point of the blade that will lead you, that's entirely up to you. Ooh, very clever. Mankind's last remaining city on Earth, Zion. So, yep. Hold on just a second. Let's see. Do I don't have any like BRBs. Let me see. Let's see. That's 30 seconds. Chair Coon's probably gonna have to watch it. I think it looks good. Just have to wait and see the actual gameplay. It's not going to be repetitive. I mean, I'm assuming what we saw was a little bit of gameplay in there. But hold on just a second. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Sorry. Guess that tells me I need to make like a. So, with what I use, I don't know if StreamYards does it, but I use something called Melon, which is pretty much like StreamYards. Is there actually like I'm not sure if I can just upload a picture. I mean, I can. Oh, I guess I could technically hide everything. Whatever. You can't jump to scenes is pretty much what I'm getting at. Anyway. So Eve and her comrades land on the surface to reclaim the extinct Earth and cross paths with a survivor named Adam. Ooh, how convenient. Eve is then led by Adam to the last surviving city, Zion, where she meets the elder of the town, Oracle, or Cal, maybe. Oracle, I believe, has an E at the end, or Cal, and is told many stories. In order to serve her mission to save Earth, Eve develops close relationships with the key members of Zion and contributes to rebuilding the city. On a mission to save Earth from the native, Eve is also faced with helping out the citizens of Zion. Whether you help the survivors or not depends purely on your decision as the player. Oh, there you go. And it has action-packed battles against fierce bosses. So Stellar Blade introduces action combat that require deflecting and evading the enemy's attack at a precise timing that will also connect to combos and unique skills. Throughout the game, you will arm yourself with unique beta skills and intense burst skills. That should be alpha skills, not beta, which I promise will be pleasing to the eye. Brace yourself. Boss's strengths are on a completely different level compared to the common enemies, offering a challenging and strategic combat encounter. All these actions will allow you to further immerse yourself into the story and understand Eve's emotions. Get ready to embark on a journey with our powerful protagonist, Eve. Thank you for your continued support and interest. I mean, I think it looks good so far. I'm enjoying it. I'm definitely intrigued just based on the trailer alone. I think it had some let's see.
조심해.
Yeah, I'm assuming this right here is gameplay. It looks smooth to me. That's
나도 스피드다. 절대적이야.
이 레거시는 믿을 수 없어요. 그렇죠? 그렇다고 말해줘요.
that looks good. This looks like
여기 있는 누구나 그 손길이 닿은
very cool. Well, so far I'm pretty interested in the two articles I've seen so far. So Bandai Namco announces Sin Duality, a new anime girl and mecha shooter. Like a Dragon Ishin Remastered announced. What's this? So Sega has announced Like a Dragon Ishin Remastered, a remaster of the PS3 released spin-off set in the Bakumatsu historical period of Japan. Man, they're really going for that history. So a spin-off from the Yakuza series, Like a Dragon Ishin. It's being remastered from the ground up and being released for the first time outside of Japan. Oh, that's cool. Tentative releases is for February 2023. Oh, so not that far away. Looks like for all systems. So here's the trailer.
不思議な話もあったもんやな。時代を動かすはずの男が時代遅れの男に切られ死ぬ。しかもこの世に存在しないはずのもう一人の自分に切られることになるんやからな。なあ、坂本龍馬さんよ。
See, this is what I like. I'm sold. Got some more gameplay footage in there. Man, they're really banking on the samurai pull. Really hoping that sells. I mean, it's got me. I don't know when I'll get it, but I'd have to pick between. Well, I mean, the only one I could pick is this one, which I'd be fine with picking up. So here's the word from Sega Global Brand Manager David Hines. Hello, everyone. Today is a very special day, not just for RGG Studio, the masterminds behind the Yakuza Like a Dragon. I actually was been told to play Yakuza too. But for all our fans worldwide who have been eagerly awaiting the most legendary lost chapter from the creators of the Like a Dragon series. We've read your Twitter comments, seen your fan content, and are beyond excited to announce that the action-packed samurai title of Legend, Like a Dragon Ishin, will launch globally in February 2023. So a hero of Japanese history brings about the samurai's end. It's an action-adventure historical thriller set uniquely in 1860s Kyoto, a fictionalized version of Kyoto. While other games tell early stories in Japan's history, Ishin lets you experience the story of how the iconic samurai era vanished. Oh, that's pretty cool. Our hero, Sakamoto Ryoma, is a true historical figure largely credited for overthrowing the shogunate and taking Japan into a radical reformation. Nice. Like a Dragon, Ishin brings in familiar faces to tell this epic historical tale. Fans will recognize our protagonist as Kazuma Kiryu from earlier entries in the franchise. In Ishin, Kiryu is cast as Sakamoto Ryoma and brings the rest of his crew along too. Goro Majima and other Yakuza celebrities join Ryoma as friends and foes in the fictional world that trades the flashy streets of Tokyo for the chaotic bustle of 1860s Kyoto. These new character dynamics are as thrilling as they are unexpected, with a series of mind-blowing twists and turns in a story only RGD Studio can tell. So there's 4 killer combat styles and riveting heat actions. In Ishin, you can slash through your foes with a lethal blade using the swordsman style, or sharpshoot your enemies with a revolver using the gunman style. Nice. Better yet, wield both a gun and a sword and enter a fury with the wild dancer style. That's probably what I would pick. And when you're feeling extra brutal, smash some skulls with your bare fist using the brawler style. That would be pretty fun too. But that's not all. It wouldn't be an RGG Studio title without especially or epically absurd heat actions. Summon a tiger to maul your foes, shove pickled plums down your enemies' throats, and wield a whole cannon to blow down opponents. The heat action in Ishin will leave you itching to uncover new moves at every stage of the game. Sweet. Like a Dragon Ishin on Unreal Engine 4 for the first time. Okay, so it's pretty much explaining the engine. Obviously, I would hope that it would unlock the new textures and details to make it look sharp. So apparently there's exquisite minigame content to unique in-game features that immerse you. It'll be available February 2023. And then, follow them if you want to keep up to date. Well then. Wow, they stuck with the Japanese title and then swapped the name to Yakuza Ishin. Sad it's not a collection. Would have loved it if it was both Ishin and its prequel, Kenzen. Well, I mean, I'm intrigued by it. So, a lot of stuff happening. It's crazy. I'm pretty thrilled about it. Looks pretty dope. Let's see, what else do we have in the old bag? Oops, that's reviews. We don't want that. Never was a big Tekken 8, so whatever. Thymasa, all story bits listed in order. Garfield Lasagna Party announced for PC and consoles. Believe it or not, Garfield Caught in the Act for Sega Genesis, and I actually have that. That one's actually a fun game. I'm actually curious about what this... Oh, it looks just like mini stories. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, actually, funny enough, if you want an actually good Garfield game, get Garfield Caught in the Act. Only for Sega Genesis. And Jim Davis exclusively drew the sprites for that game. Thymesia, all stories, bits listed in order. What's this? Just finished. Holy moly! No thanks. Not interested. Judgment and Lost Judgment PC ports surface in new ESRB ratings. Seems like Judgment and Lost Judgment might be getting PC ports after all, if new ratings for the Yakuza spin-offs are any indication. The new ratings list the two spin-off games for Windows PC quite a bit after the second game was reportedly confirmed as the last title due to main actor Takuya Kimura's talent agency blocking its PC port. Huh. So it's currently available for pretty much all the systems. In case you missed it, you can find our thorough review for the game here. We highly recommend it. It's been available for since September 2021. No, I never saw that. I'm curious. What's it about? Let's see. Here we go. Judgment Story is a well-woven tale of special interest, Yakuza politics, bureaucracy, and murder in the city with a 99.99% conviction rate. Ouch. Enter Takayuki Yagami, a young lawyer who gained instant popularity by getting his latest case acquitted. Oh, so you're a lawyer. Quickly, his fame turned sour as his case was tarnished as the person he was defending committed murder moments after. Oh, that double jeopardy. Uh-oh. Shaken by the events taking place, he quits working his lawyer position and begins a new role as a private investigator. Look at that face. Oh, you guys don't see it. Dang it. Sorry. There you go. I like that face. That's when you took the plunge. You sold your soul to the devil. So throughout the story, events unfold into the investigation of a serial killer simply known as Damol. And the change binding Yagami to the past becomes clearer. The noir-inspired tale and its cast of fantastically written characters kept me engaged at the edge of my seat throughout the game. So I wonder if it's kind of like, anyone remember playing the game Condemned? That game was pretty fun. I liked the first Condemned was definitely freaky. The second one was a little bit more. It did better, but it kind of lost that creep. It's been a while, that creepy element. So while at some point it did feel a bit padded out, at many points things tied together for the overall plot well. Most of the padding came in the form of interacting with the day-to-day life of the cast. While some of it did not relate to the overarching story, it gave a lot of insight to Yagami and his friends and had me enjoy them a lot more. So one issue I have is that the player choices in the game really did not matter too much. Oh, that sucks. Would have been nice to experience different paths in the story throughout my investigations. Instead, you become focused on one plot without much in the way of variety. It would have been nice to see, like, say, investigating elements from a different angle. Okay. Interesting. Let's see what else we got. Triangle Strategy is getting a PC port. Oh yeah, of course. Can't forget The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, officially titled, gets May 2023 release. There you go. Ooh, and the Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe? Well, let's check out Zelda. So Nintendo has officially titled and dated The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. We got the trailer right here. So this is the Breath of the Wild sequel. Let's check it out. Game footage not final. right, not a whole lot, but intriguing enough. In a brief blurb on the sequel, in addition to the vast lands of Hyrule, the latest entry in the storied Legend of Zelda series will take you up into the skies. Look forward to Link's massive adventures, starting again when The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, the sequel to Breath of the Wild, drops on May 12th, 2023. Ooh. This time I won't waste my money on it. Breath of the Wild has got to be the most boring Zelda I've ever played, and I played them since the SNES. You have bad taste then. Sequel to the worst main Zelda ever made. No, thank you. Keep your trash to yourself, Nintendo. I didn't mind Breath of the Wild when I played it. I like the older ones better. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, not really. I mean, a minute and a half, not really anything to go off of. But very cool that we got an update on what's happening in the Zelda world. I want to check this Kirby's. So Nintendo has announced Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe. Return to Dreamland Deluxe is launching for the Nintendo Switch. Oh, okay, in February.
Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe is coming to Nintendo Switch.
Oh wow, it actually has a voiceover.
One day, a spaceship crash lands on planet Popstar. To help Magalore return to his home planet, Kirby and his friends set off on an adventure. In addition to Sword, Whip, and other familiar copy abilities, the new Mecha Copy ability makes its debut. Blast foes from a distance, or punch them up close. It's packed with other powerful moves as well. The game supports local play for up to 4 players on the same system. Plus, everyone can play as Kirby while using their favorite copy abilities. There's also a collection of sub-games to play. This includes the new sub-game Magalore's Tome Trackers, and returning ones like Samurai Kirby.
Oh, nice.
All sub-games can be played with up to 4 players. An adventure of deluxe proportions awaits.
Actually, this looks amazing.
Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe launches on the Nintendo Switch system February 24th, 2023. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
I mean, the guy pretty much literally read all this, so I'm not going to bother reading it. Well, that's cool. I know people were talking about Tales of Symphonia. So remastered. It's coming early 2023 for all consoles. So it looks like it's just fully restored, so enhanced and improved gameplay. I know a lot of people have told me to check out the Tales. They're just so long. I've heard many good things about them. Radiant Silvergun is now available for Switch. Oh, wow. Pikmin 4? Oh, yeah, GoldenEye. I saw this one. We'll definitely check that out. I want to check out this Pikmin 4, though. So Nintendo has announced Pikmin 4 is finally near complete, and it will launch sometime next year. Originally teased literally 7 years ago. The game will now launch sometime 2023 for Nintendo. And here's a new trailer. Wait, that was it? That was kind of gay. Harvestella gets a playable demo on Switch. Now, this is what I want to check out. GoldenEye, because I bought. So I have there's a 1964 emulator that really like boosted playing GoldenEye, and you use your mouse and keyboard. And it's actually really good as opposed to emulating it with like a Nintendo 64 emulator. But from what I've heard, they're not going to be using the canceled remaking of GoldenEye 007. So I am curious about what they're going to be doing. Nintendo and Microsoft are adding the original GoldenEye 007 to Nintendo Switch Online and Xbox Game Pass. Developing. What? I know there's other stuff because I was reading about it. Dropping the ball, niche gamer. I'll have to look up on other. I know on Twitter, on Rare, they showcase some stuff. It was just a little trailer, so nothing super spectacular. Master Detective Archives Rain Code. And we got Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion gets December release date. Formerly known as Enigma Archives Rain Code, the new dark fantasy detective adventure game is launching sometime in spring 2023. Here's a rundown. So it's a detective action game for the minds behind the Nagan Ranapa series. Yuma, an amnesiac detective in training, and Shinigami, the spirit haunting him, tackle unsolved mysteries in a strange city caged by unending rain. Oh, that's pretty cool. Is there not a trailer? So, a city of rain is gripped by innumerable unsolved mysteries under the complete control of a mega corporation. Master detectives from around the world, each possessing unique powers, must rise to the challenge of uncovering the truth. With Shinigami by his side, Yuma joins the investigations as a trainee of the detective agency. Travel freely within the fully 3D environment of the city to gather evidence and testimonies. Okay, so we got unique and offbeat puzzle-solving experiences. So a realm known as the Mystery Labyrinth will appear, creating a path towards the truth. Once inside, however, the mysteries shrouding the case materialize as gimmicks and traps lying in wait to consume Yuma. The rules of reality don't apply here. Delve into the ever-changing Mystery Labyrinth and get to the heart of the case. But it will do whatever it takes to prevent him from reaching the truth, dodge the barrier of lies, and slash the contradictions to pieces with the solution blade. Huh. Very interesting. Oh, I love that. I figured it out. Octopath Traveler 2. Okay. Resident Evil 2 Remake, 3 Remake, 7, and Village are getting cloud-based ports on Switch. Okay. Crisis Core. Final Fantasy VII Reunion. So Crisis Core has been will be launching December 13th across all platforms. Here's a trailer. I'm sure they probably still had Peto Mills. Still voiced Sephiroth.
Come and get it! Hey!
My friend, your desire is the bringer of life, the gift of the goddess.
You're a little more important than my sword. But just a little.
A soldier trademark.
Oh, you.
Color of the sky, right?
But not scary at all.
Good news, Song! Me and... Cloud.
It means Angeal has betrayed us as well.
Angeal wouldn't betray us. Never! If people had wings, they'd be monsters.
Wings, they don't symbolize monsters.
Your glory should have been mine.
How petty.
In hindsight, perhaps.
What the hell did you do, Angeal?
Well, look who's here.
Bad line reading there.
Depending on what happens, I may abandon
So
Shinra.
I don't get Crisis
Angels
Core.
dream
What
of
if
one
this
thing.
is like,
Please, tell me.
why make
To
this
be
game
human.
when you could have just been focusing
Legend
on
shall
part 2 of
speak
Final Fantasy VII
of
Remake?
sacrifice at world's end.
It's a prequel to Final Fantasy VII. Let me look something up real quick. So I'm not seeing a certain voice actor. I thought he was in at least the remake. For some reason I thought he voiced someone, so I guess not. Let me check something out real quick. Oh, I guess that person never was involved with any Final Fantasy stuff, at least the stuff I'm thinking of. Never mind. Oh, that was anime, though. Wait a minute. Here we go. Da, 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 da. Oh, okay. So I thought he was in one. Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. Okay, I thought I remember seeing some bullshit about it. Well, whatever. I don't know. I never jumped on board with Crisis Core. Square Enix Daily Life RPG, various Day Life gets ports. Altaira's 3. There's Rune Factory 3. Theater Rhythm, Final Bar Line, Story of Seasons, Romancing Saga, okay. Ooh, Fatal Frame. Mask of the Lunar Eclipse is getting a modern report. I actually have all the Fatal Frame games for PS2. Xbox Game Studios boss dreams of AI game testers, saying it will be critical for industry future. AI game testers? Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to read. Definitely want to read that because that looks amazingly retarded. Let's check out this Fatal Frame, though. So Koei Tecmo has announced Fatal Frame Mask of the Lunar Eclipse is getting a modern port, which would make sense. The survival horror game, for the Wii, is coming to all the other stuff. So here's a new trailer. Wait, I thought this was the one for Wii U where you actually like used the camera. I was gonna say the Switch could do that. I don't know if the other systems can.
誰も覚えていないことは存在しないことになるのだろうか。思い出せるのは一つの旋律。
神隠しにあった5人が順番に。
どうなってるんだこれは。
私、ここにいたことがある。
次は私たちの番だから。
ではダメ。では。
Creepy. The Fatal Frame games were actually really creepy. Eric and I were playing it for a while because I got him the Xbox versions, but then somehow that sucks because we got really far. The thing that annoyed us with Fatal Frame though is, man, it would feel like you beat the ghost, but then it would come back the same ghost, and you didn't capture it. You just like fended it off. And you have to like refight them over and over until you finally capture them. Kind of annoying. Man, I wish that didn't get corrupted. All right. Babylon Fall is shutting down. Oh yeah, I have no idea what Babylon's Fall is, but State of Play broadcast for September 2022, which I think happened today. Their next gen titles will cost $70. Wow. Ubisoft? Well, you guys suck. All right, let's check out this garbage. So Xbox Game Studio boss dreams of AI game testers, says it will be critical for industry's future. You're probably dreaming of it because then you could just program it to say that it's good and not take, human account. The head of the Xbox Game Studio sparked a debate over the US of computer AI in QA testing for video games this past week. Matt Booty said he believes the artificial intelligence will be a major benefit for the games industry if the technology continues to move forward. If we're working on a movie and you come in and say, hey, this ending, let's tighten this up, let's edit this, let's cut that scene, it usually doesn't break anything at the beginning of the movie. Booty said at a PAX West panel. He added, but in a game, you can be ready to ship, and a designer's like, I've got this one little feature. I'm just going to change the color on this one thing, and then somehow blows up something, and now the first 10 minutes of the game doesn't play. So that testing aspect, every single time anything new goes into a big game, the whole game has to be tested, front to back, side to side. Well, I've got a solution for that. It's called you don't fucking ship it until this is it. We're done. No more. Isn't that what Kojima got fired for? Because he said, fuck that. Like, I'll release it when I declare that it's ready. And now you have people like this bitching about it. Booty said that Booty says that his dream is to see AI testers become a reality in the industry. There's a lot going on AI machine learning right now, and people use AI to generate all these new images. What about the AI that they use for copyright infringement? That's going well, right? I always say when I bump into AI, folks help me figure out how to use an AI bot to go test a game. In a world of increasing automation, there are people who are concerned that AI and computers will be a replacement for the human component of a business. Yep. Does not appear that Matt Booty is arguing to completely replace human testers now, until the money starts coming in, and then they'll be like, well, I want to make more, so let's get rid of some humans. Just replace it with AI. But you need humans to run the AI. Or at least make sure that it's running right. Be foolish just to let AI do its thing by itself. So many, like those who work at Raven Software and BioWare, have sought to create unions in order to fight back against what they believe to be unfair treatment, termination, and pay. So we will have to wait to see what future holds for QA testing. I'm sure there's like a union for everything. All right, so that's all Niche Gamer had. Let's see. Let's see what VGC PS5 new driving survival game Pacific Drive. Well, here's a thing. What? Well, we just got some up. Are you, dude? Fucking idiots if they do. Fools. Check this out, guys. So, Golden Online multiplayer is exclusive to Switch, Microsoft confirms. So, GoldenEye 007 just announced re-release will only feature online multiplayer on Nintendo Switch. Fucking retarded. That's according to the official 007 website, which states exclusive to the new Switch version of the 1997 title will be online play, allowing multiplayer. So Xbox official announcement for its own version of the classic shooter only makes reference to the iconic split-screen local multiplayer mode. After 343 just got rid of their couch co-op, so Microsoft has confirmed that to VGC that the Xbox version of GoldenEye 007 will not feature online multiplayer. Foolish. Xbox is excited to bring GoldenEye 007 to the Xbox gameplay for the very first time, a faithful recreation of a much-loved and iconic title. While there are no plans to include online multiplayer as part of the GoldenEye 007 on Xbox Game Pass, it's focused on bringing this title to players in the way they fondly remember, including local multiplayer mode, allowing up to 4 players to take to the couch in a battle of wits and skills. Why can't you have both? Why can't you have both options? Gonna play. It really doesn't show anything. It just has the classic opening. So according to developer Rare, the Xbox version will include achievements, 4K resolution, and a smoother frame rate, even in split-screen local multiplayer. Should online multiplayer remain exclusive to the Switch version, possibly due to long speculated right issues that have potentially kept GoldenEye from being re-released in the past? Yes, because there was one for the Xbox Arcade way back in the day, which people have found the leak and made it available to play. I don't think they're using any of that. It would be a significant boon for the Nintendo release. Microsoft officially confirmed the HD remaster of 007, GoldenEye, in addition to a Nintendo Switch during a Nintendo Direct broadcast on Tuesday. So the original experience has been updated with improved control options, including dual analog stick support, native 16:9 resolution, and whatever, constant refresh rate, and achievements to unlock. Now, I've heard some GoldenEye people are a little upset just because the frame rate issue and stuff like that is actually what makes speedrunning doable with GoldenEye. But I mean, this would just be a whole nother speedrun community if they go off with this one. Be available for the X1 and Series XS as part of the Xbox Game Pass. Players who own a digital copy of Rare Replay will be able to download the game free of charge. I have a physical copy of Rare Replay. It's not clear what improvements the Switch version of the game will include, but a trailer premiered during Nintendo Direct confirmed online multiplayer. However, Rare's live ops manager, Rich Cousins, claimed on Tuesday that the version of GoldenEye announced today is not the same as the canceled 360 remaster that was leaked online last year. So if they're rebuilding it from the ground up, then yeah, why would you not go with the Nintendo version? Dude, I'm getting pushed more and more towards Nintendo because they're not fucking around with shit. It's amazing. Replying to another user on Twitter, Cousins wrote, "If only my ugly manga is only in the unreleased official version that was officially released last year, not this one." What else do we got? There's that sci-fi shooter. We just watched Stellar Blade, Rise of Ronin, premieres new God of War Ragnarok trailer, special editions controller. Sure. Oh, wait, that's probably just for the controller, so fuck the controller. Let's check this out.
Everyone keeps secrets. Sometimes it's the only way to protect the ones we love.
I know you. God Killer. What is it you want from me? Is it a god of war you came to find?
You don't really want war, do you, Kratos? All that blood on your hands? On your son's hands?
What is it you will not tell me?
I can't talk about it, but I just need you to trust me.
We follow your every whim.
But you don't believe in any of it.
And still I follow. Because all that matters is that you are safe.
But that's not all that matters. Who's keeping you safe?
I do not need you to protect me.
You sure about that?
Pretender God! For the old father!
Death can have me when it earns me.
What do you even know of godhood? In your lifetimes, has anyone ever worshipped you? Ever prayed to you? Can you even imagine that kind of love? No! You don't care about anything beyond yourself. Beyond the monster who kills without cause.
Fate only binds you if you let it. Do what is necessary. Not because it is written. We will make our own destiny.
Coming out 2022. Or, let's see. November 9th. It's when Ragnarok's release date, along with 4 editions of the game. So, but I know the creator of it is under hot water for being an asshole. For labeling people. I know he said something that's cringe. Well, really not seeing anything else catching my eye. The only other thing that I would probably want to look into, let me see. There's something funny. Oh yeah, got the director, like I was saying, he claims male critics of female-led Marvel projects are misogynistic, homophobic, and racist. So the same old shtick. Just repeating the same script. Guess we can look into that. So in the latest the latest move for attention from perhaps one of, if not the most unwarrantedly condescending video game developers of all time, original God of War. Oh, he's the original. I thought he was the new one. The original God of War director David Scott Jaffe has accused male critics of the Marvel Cinematic Universe female lead projects of being misogynistic, homophobic, and racist, on the patently false grounds that they don't rag on the shared universally poor-made male lead entries. So he begins his... Jeff first began leveling his contradiction-laden and inconsistent accusation, his favorite style of argument against critics of woke MCU content on 9/11, spurred by Twitter user whoever criticism of Brie Larson's unlikable candor during the recent interview conducted. Oh, she got super butthurt from that. And then that stupid picture she posted later, which went over my head. I don't get what she was trying to do. Feels like Brie Larson. That name. It feels like Brie Larson always goes out of her way to be as unlikable as possible. The man just asked a question. Don't turn into yet another passive-aggressive session on how you let the internet live rent-free in your head. So then he retweets that by saying, they can't say Captain Marvel is a bad movie, but here's the truth. They don't like Brie because she doesn't give a fuck about them. She doesn't pine for their love and affection. She doesn't need their adulation. She won't kiss the nasty ring of undeveloped geek men, so they hate her for it. No, they hate her because she did a piss poor job being original with the character. They can say Captain Marvel is bad. It's a bad movie, but here's the truth. Whatever. Following up on this initial point, he asserted in a separate tweet they hate Black Widow, She-Hulk, Miss Marvel, and Captain Marvel, aka strong women. They're not strong women. He honestly thinks those are the ideas of strong women. You're such a beta bitch who don't pine for male approval. That's why that's fine if they don't pine for male approval. You just look like an asshole then, and no one likes assholes. They love Scarlet Witch, a woman who literally destroys universes because she can't have the man she loves. Oh my gosh. See the pattern he then has? It's misogynistic and it's gross. Must be really misogynistic there, David. If you have to view everything with a misogynistic lens to point it out. It should be noted that despite his smug demeanor, his entire argument is predicated on an entirely false recollection of the MCU. Not only did the last episode of She-Hulk centered entirely around her desire for a boyfriend and even feature an explicit moment highlighting her disappointment that her Gen form did not get the approval of the one man she had a good date with, but Scarlet Witch is not destroying universes for Vision, but rather her children, as depicted in the events of Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. So met with the obvious truth from Lockhart that his argument also falls apart due to the fact that they love Yelena, Shuri, Kate, Jessica Jones, Okoye, Katie, Shen, Valkyrie, Nebula, and Gamora, or to take it out of the MCU and keep it current, Kim, Wexler, Ashoka, Kamiko, Max, and Rue. He proceeded to trip over his own fervor and claiming, sure, because nothing about those stories has anything to do with them being women. They simply are women, he said. But having a geek story be a geek story that is also speaks to / from the female experience, and the sky is falling on these people because it makes them terribly uncomfortable. Except their female experiences, a lot of it's based on a lie, and a lot of it is based actually on privileged, and a lot of it is based on fake projection to say that they do care about it, but celebrities, yeah, they struggle with it all the time. But Jaffe did not just claim that male fans love the Scarlet Witch, a character whose entire character arc deals with being a mother and the lengths she would go in her misguided quest to find them. And what of the widespread love given to Jessica Jones' first season, prior to its writing going down the tubes in later seasons and causing general audiences, not just men, to lose affection for the Netflix series, which features her rape trauma as a center element of her story? Oh, gosh. Oh, man. No, this guy's a fucking retard. He's just upset.
Yeah, real quick, I didn't realize some of you folks needed this much help, but let me help you out when I call.
Okay, start the projection.
The people who are hating on the more female-centric MCU and Disney Plus TV, MCT, whatever.
Look on how much he's trying to think about what he's trying to say, because he has no fucking clue. Because it's easy to just sit behind a keyboard and spout out bullshit. But now, because he's trying to record it, he has this like weird look of like, let me make sure I'm in line with what the current trend is.
Shows. I call them misogynistic, or their actions are misogynistic. And immediately they rush to Twitter and they're like,
you rushed to Twitter first, you little butthole.
No, they're just bad, Jaffe. What about, we don't hate Wonder Woman 1, we hate Wonder Woman 84, and all this shit.
Yeah, what's your response to that?
You're missing the point.
No, you don't have a point. That's the problem. But please, by all means, explain how we're missing the point.
I'm not saying you are overtly misogynistic, okay?
Take a longer pause there. Can't think of a comeback.
The sense that like you walk around with a T-shirt that says I'm in the women's hater club or the whammons hater club, whatever the fuck it is you guys say.
Wow, nice dig there. Too bad we couldn't hear because you were leaning away from the microphone.
The consistent badgering and beating up on the geek-centric content that you call woke. That's the part that's misogynistic, homophobic, racist, right? Iron Man.
What? You're literally inserting the woke ideology because you truly believe that it needs to be inserted because there's a grave injustice that needs to be fixed. And the only way you get to that solution is you look through everything with that woke checkbox, which is literally everything that you say you're against in its rawest form. And you're trying to look like, what is it? Hammond from Rick and Morty? Dan Hammond? With that beard. Or Harmon. Dan Harmon. That's who I'm thinking of, I believe. Yeah, Dan Harmon. Continue, though.
2 is a shit movie. Ant-Man, the first Ant-Man's not a shit movie, but it has as much emotional resonance as a fucking average episode of an ABC sitcom that you don't even remember the name of anymore, right?
Okay. So you're saying that movie sucked because because it was an average written stuff? Well, the other ones suck because they're trying to push an ideology and it doesn't sell.
I'm looking at the list of MCU titles right now. I mean, even Thor: The Dark World. Now, no one's saying that you guys are out there defending those movies. Avengers 2, there's some great moments in that movie, but it wasn't a great movie. No one's saying you guys are out there defending those movies as good movies. The point is you don't say much of anything about them. Even the Eternals, which I think, even though I thought it was...
I think you're just probably... I think you're just retarded, to be quite honest, because I guarantee you people have... Here's the thing, bucko, is that a lot of these people that you're claiming are misogynistic and all this shit, not only call you out because when you try to create a character or reinvent a character based on your projective bigotry and stuff like that, it's terrible writing and it sucks. They will also say that those movies will suck if the writing's terrible. I just don't think you look hard enough there.
Interesting. Most people would agree is one of the weakest MCU movies. Even the Eternals doesn't get the consistent shit upon that She-Hulk, Captain Marvel,
because it's being shit on for a different reason. You fucking retard. If the story is written poorly, it will get shit on. If the story is written poorly because you're inserting woke ideology, it's going to get shit on. That ideology is not going to save it from being criticized.
We were talking about these earlier. Captain Marvel, She-Hulk, Black Widow.
You're doing a really poor job convincing me.
And there was like one or two other ones. So yes, I understand that you can champion an obvious great movie like Aliens or Alien or like Sarah Connor in Terminator 2 or like
what made it,
WandaVision.
Hey David, what made those movies so good? What made them so good? You guys literally think that if you remade it and put a bunch of woke shit inserted and fisted into there, that I don't get why it's not being as good as the original. Missing the point then.
You can't deny it. It's great. That's not the misogynistic part. The misogynistic part or the hate part or the part where you reveal your true colors, which is to say you are uncomfortable at some level with the opposite sex, people who are LGBT, if you are not one of those folks, people of color, if you are not.
You're literally, all of these people are literally using that as a selling point and hoping to make big bucks. And then people go, we see your script, we know what you're doing, and it fucking sucks. Oh my gosh, this guy.
Not one of those folks. Somewhere along the lines, you are revealing, by the very nature of your consistent targets,
you're revealing that by constantly saying that everyone who doesn't support woke ideology is a misogynistic bigot and stuff, that you're actually the one, that you're actually the person. You're the real bigot. You're the real misogynistic. Again, because you are projecting all that onto other people and you're viewing it through that lens.
You're not saying, let's fucking rag on the MCU, Thor Dark World, Avengers 2, Iron Man 2 is shit.
Whatever. I don't want to listen to this guy anymore. He's a fucking idiot. He doesn't want to listen to other. I guarantee he's claiming that no one rags on the stuff that aren't as good. But I'm sure he's also the same person that won't even bother looking at people who probably have reviewed it and gave their opinions on why it's bad too. Because that's giving the enemy some leeway and stuff. And oh my goodness, you don't want to. Oh, here you go. Running himself in in circles as he desperately grabbed for a coherent argument that did not involve him admitting maybe I was wrong on that one. Falsely declares, no one's saying you guys are out there defending these movies as good movies. The point is you don't say much of anything about them. No, the point is that you probably didn't look to see if these people actually reviewed the movies that you're naming, because if you did, that would mean you would be giving them some sort, again, like what I just said, you're giving them some sort of leeway, some sort of points. And, you know, by painting these people the enemy, that's not good. That doesn't look good to you on you. So whatever. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get ready for finishing Pokemon. So I'll catch you guys there. So have a good rest of your day. This guy is a fucking idiot, so screw him. But all those games look good. So definitely interested. So I'll see you guys later tonight.